family is composed of Laura, Maximiliano Baltazar, and Salomon. Sal and Baltazar call us Mamayo and Papayo.
When we were looking for names for the kids, we loved one of the two, very connected, Baltazar, that name.
Baltazar always had his name.
Was.
He never had another name. He never struck first.
And we never told him the names until we didn't know. Then it was twin number 1, twin number 2.
Then
one day they were born. Balthazar was key, but a
Of
very
course,
good friend who was with us that day at the clinic, I think he went out for a walk to buy food or something, and they came back and there was the other name, and it was Solomon. And then it is because he is a magician king, Balthazar, and a wise king, Solomon. Well, Balta, look at him. We have been able to share with him a normal life after all. They were also born prematurely.
Symptomatologist. My dad passed away taking care of Baltazar and Solomon, and he always told us that Balta was coming to this world, and that is what he left in a video, and that is what we trusted.
Symptomatology.
There was
Balta's diagnosis is transposition of the great vessels, great arteries, congenitally corrected. What does that mean? That the two arteries that reach the heart, the two great arteries, the ones that carry blood to the lungs and to the body, were born upside down. So the heart works as it should not, but they are functional. As it should not, but they are functional, so it is congenitally corrected, something like that. In addition, there is something called Epstein's anomaly, which means that the tricuspid valve does not work, it does not close, so it stops returning blood. What has been done with Balta so far are 3 catheterizations, ultrasounds,
a pulmonary artery circlage. The most
and the open
important
heart
thing.
operation, which was in the
Then,
in the year of the piano. In the year of the piano, now we bring it back. It was an open heart operation to prepare the heart for the big operation called a double switch, which is to put the arteries back as they should be, plus the repair of the valve, plus a VSD, which is like an interventricular connection that has to be closed, like a small hole inside the heart.
at this moment, what we have to attack is the severe pulmonary hypertension, which is the one that needs surgery in Boston as soon as possible. He is a miracle child because Baltazar, as Maxi said, all doctors do not understand the diagnosis versus what they see, right? Baltazar's diagnosis is enough for a child who chokes while eating, for a child who cannot run, for a child who can do aquatics with his brother who does not have heart disease, and yet Baltazar is functional.
And when all the doctors ask us about him, they ask us, come on, he can't die anymore, I don't have oxygen, he doesn't get tired, he doesn't get tired eating because the condition well, if he doesn't have a hold on God, well, and we feel that way, it's a blessing.
This year, as a result of Balta's severe pulmonary hypertension, we had the result of the CARDI. We had the result of the CARDI where they told us that he had to have a valve replacement. However, we wanted, before having such a big intervention, to seek a second opinion in Colombia. Seek a second opinion in Colombia. We went to the Cardiovascular Foundation of Colombia. There we met a pediatric cardiologist, the most humane we have ever met. She, in order not to invade Balta so much, because Balta had had a catheterization this year in May, so we waited until October to have another catheterization in Bucaramanga. With the result of the catheterization and with all the conditions of Baltazar's heart, the conclusion was that this condition surpasses the technique of the surgery that Balta requires in Colombia. And a much more refined technique is required in Boston with all the equipment and all the technology they have. She told us that in Colombia she does not know of a successful case for Baltazar's surgery, and that is why the best option is the Children's Hospital, because it has very high success rates for the surgery. In fact, the pediatric cardiovascular surgeon in Medellin told us that if we had the possibility, we could not do it. Told us that if we had the possibility, we should not think about it for a second, we should go to Boston. Then, at the suggestion of the different cardiologists and the closest one, Dr. Gabriela Carter in Bucaramanga, says that the ideal is to be doing it at the beginning of next year, January at the latest, second week of February, so as not to let the pulmonary hypertension
It is a
severe
blessing.
take advantage of the fact that the child is well. It is a blessing so that he can respond very well to surgery. Today we are
asking for help from all our friends, family, and community through a platform called Paki, which is where you can collect funds from credit accounts, PSE, Mercado Pago, anything that comes through there. And also people can be attentive to all the updates of what is happening with Valta for all this procedure that we are trying to raise as in this quarter and the rest of the year. We are also looking for all the options of contacts, people we know, people from foundations, NGOs.
We are inviting companies to join us from the accompaniment they do, from their social work, to join us in repairing Balthazar's heart. Balthazar is a happy child. He is an explorer. He is a fun child, and we know that with the support of all the people, as Maxi said, of information, of contributions in kind, I don't know, tickets, etc., that will help us a lot so that Balta can have a successful recovery and operation. We invite you to support us in this process of finding and having the resources for the repair of Balthazar's heart. The repair of Balthazar's heart. Whoever wants to, when we come back from Boston, can come and meet Balta, give him a hug, and play with him, and see that this support and effort paid off. That all the support and effort we made between all of us paid off. Here, Balta will be waiting for you with open arms once we get back from Boston. Thank you very much.
Thank you.